Checking in with the game of numbers here on Rotten Tomatoes with She-Hulk. I got a lot to say about this series because it's yet again another example of them tearing down a previous character to build up this new one. And there's just a lot of really cringy stuff in this show. I'm not shocked at all, but it's always funny to check in with these reviews that call it the greatest thing ever and just laugh at it. The audience score speaks for itself. It is now at 67%. That's pretty bad. Audiences tuning out, not liking this, not liking the new direction of Marvel. They're going to continue to lose money, and I don't think anything's going to happen to Marvel for a while because, as we learned in their last earnings call, Disney's doing quite well. They're making a lot of money. The numbers on Disney Plus are pretty good as far as subscriptions, and they care more about the money that's coming from the theme parks because people are still going to the theme parks, and the theme parks are their moneymaker. It's crazy, but people fly from all over the world to go to these things, and they make boatloads of money. That's where most of their profits come from, are the theme parks. She-Hulk is peanuts compared to what they're making over there at Disneyland and Disney World and the other parks all over the world. There's parks in different countries. It's where the most money comes from. So it's almost like they have a free reign now. They can just make whatever kind of bullshit they want, and that's exactly what they're doing. Let's check in with what some of the people are saying here in a second, but I want to show you guys some of the stuff. So, of course, She-Hulk better than Hulk. In fact, in the origin change, this is one of my biggest problems with this show because they changed this because of intersectional feminism. And what do I mean by that? Well, as I've said before, in the original She-Hulk origin, Jennifer Walters gets into an accident, and Bruce Banner is forced, because of an emergency, to give her a blood transfusion, which turns her into She-Hulk. Not in this series, though. No. A little bit of his blood gets into a cut of hers, and he infects her now. And not only that, she's so much better at absorbing gamma rays that her blood healed his messed up arm from Endgame. So he uses her blood. Remember, his arm at Endgame gets messed up because he has to use the Infinity Stones, and it leaves his arm messed up? Well, thanks to her blood getting on him, he's able to heal that arm, and his arm is better now. So not only does he infect her to become a Hulk, she heals him. And there's more than just this shit. Oh, there's a lot more. Of course, over on Twitter, people are praising this garbage, particularly this one scene right here where she talks about being catcalled. She's like, I deal with anger so much better than you, Bruce. I get catcalled, which led to a pretty funny meme that was shared with me. I was catcalled on the street. You have no idea what I go through. Hulk responds, and this didn't happen in the show, but my father beat my mother to death. I don't know if they've addressed his father in the MCU, but Bruce's father is a giant piece of garbage. I'm not sure if you were aware of that or not, but this is worse. Catcalling is worse than being abused as a child. It's different. You wouldn't understand it. Sexist man. Know your place. People are praising the show all day long. This is getting shared right here. I do it pretty much every day because if I don't, I will get called emotional or difficult or might just literally get murdered. So I'm an expert at controlling my anger because I do it infinitely more than you. So, yeah, here's the other part. I'm great at controlling my anger. I do it all the time when I'm catcalled in the street, when incompetent men explain my own area of expertise to me. That's, of course, referring to catcalling, by the way. So, this is, oh no, mansplaining. I'm sorry. Explain my area of expertise to me. That's mansplaining. Jennifer has it so much worse than Bruce because of mansplaining and catcalling. So much harder to be Jennifer Walters. Even though, if you remember, like, and do they forget they write this shit? In the first Avengers movie, Bruce Banner talks about being so low and depressed that he was going to self-terminate himself. And the only reason that it didn't work is because the Hulk came out. He couldn't die. The Hulk came alive and spat out the bullet. And then don't forget, he had the luxury and the you know, it's not a big deal. The woman he loved, Natasha, Black Widow, dying. He couldn't do anything to save her. He also spent years locked inside of the Hulk's body when he was off on that planet. I don't know, I forget what they call it in the MCU. But he was in Ragnarok. He was like nothing. He was locked away, didn't experience anything for a couple of years while the Hulk was in Hulk form being a gladiator. But, you know, mansplaining, catcalling, so much worse than that. It's not even an argument. She has it the worst, ladies and gentlemen. There's also some really cringy scenes where, like, they have those bad girl moments. There's this scene where she's in the courtroom and she becomes She-Hulk and she beats up a villain, and then they play this song. It's like, who's that girl? While she puts high heels on. What is this trash? What is this trash that Marvel keeps making? Who approves this shit? So, hilarious to watch happen. Hilarious to watch the cringe get put out there. People acting like this is some kind of amazing thing for young men. Well, I showed you those memes. This is what's getting in response here. She-Hulk might genuinely be the first time some young men hear a woman speak candidly about experiences like this. It might not seem like it, but that's hugely important. So, it's a triumph. Life-changing, ladies and gentlemen. I find this just such cringe. Funny to see. It's really funny to see these scores and watch this change like it does. I wonder if Rotten Tomatoes will run damage control and delete reviews like they've done before for Marvel properties and get this audience score up. It really wouldn't shock me. But so many people pay attention now, I wonder if they'll have the balls to do that. I do very much expect this 87 to jump back up to a 90 over time. I promise you that it will. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think. Also, if you would please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my locals. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out. Also, make sure to follow me over on Twitch. I do watch parties, play video games over there. They're always fun. Follow me over there and come hang out. Also, make sure you subscribe to YellowFlash, my other channel. There's a link to that in the description as well. I do a lot of live streams over there that I don't do on this channel. Usually smaller and a little bit more personal. So make sure you follow me over there and sign up.